Hey guys, it's Greg at the Vinyl Rundown. Today I have a collection of very bizarre records that you have seen at thrift shops, but you're going to wonder, why would any buy those records? They're terrible. Well, this time it's not my fault. My wife collected, we have a whole box of the garage of records in a box called Dreamy Records. These are records that have cute covers, but maybe the music's terrible and not worth listening to. So before she throws them away, I thought I would share them with you guys because you guys are dying to see music made for dreaming. Music for daydreaming, I should say. Music for daydreaming in a beautiful white dress by the J. Gordon String Orchestra that nobody's ever heard of. These are the type of records people bought in the 50s. I don't know why, but they were popular. Music for quiet dancing. Might be the same girl in the same cute white dress. I don't know. Paul Weston and his orchestra with Norman Luboff on Columbia. It's got the cool olden days when they talked about what type of needle you should use. Do you want diamond, sapphire, osmium? I don't know. What's an osmium? The Osmond brothers? I have no idea. How about Lester Lannon at the Tiffany Ball in a beautiful gown with beautiful long gloves? Who's Lester Lannon? No idea. Ooh, check out this cool sticker. That's from the Gramophone Shop in Beverly Hills, California. Can you see that? That alone is worth the price of admission. What else can I tell you? She's wearing a tiara. Queen, yes, Queen. She's wearing a tiara. Let's put these back in. This is a third of the records. I could only grab this many, and you're going to get bored after 10 minutes. What about kids doing the twists with Teddy Reynolds and the Twisters? Look how groovy they are. Do you know how to do the twist? Directions are right here. Put your right foot here, put your left foot here. You shake it all about. Maybe that's the wrong dance, but start twisting the upper part of the body from left to right while keeping feet in place. Blah, blah, blah. That is the twist. Many variations are possible. Teaching white people how to dance. The twist. Here's a beauty. My true love sings. The who? The Robert Shaw Choir. Chorale. Who's he? I don't know. This is for demonstration purposes only, guys. What songs? No one knows, no one cares. But it's a nice cover. You got to admit, it's a nice photo. Rca Victor. These are like from the 50s for the most part. Percy Faith and Mitch Miller. That is not Percy Faith. That is not Mitch Miller. Those are just two kids that happened to be in the way when they took the photo. It's so peaceful in the country. And look at all the other records you could buy. The fact that they did this back piece in color, I think, is interesting. Percy Faith and his orchestra. Mitch Miller on English horn and oboe. And it's a 6i. Ask for it by name. What do you want to stick in your ear, guys? Something for both ears for $2.98. World Pacific Records. Pacific Enterprises. Is that related to Pacific Jazz? I think it is. It's stereophonic. And, yeah. I think that's the same label that became Pacific Jazz and Blue Note. Who's on here? Anybody? Round Midnight by Thelonious Monk from the Gil Evans Orchestra. We got Ornithology with Chet Baker, Jerry Mulligan. This record's worth listening to. This record is actually worth listening to. This is jazz. Wow. There's some good stuff on here. Dizzy Gillespie, Duke Ellington, Chico Hamilton, Thelonious Monk, Bill Holman. The Master Sounds, which is the Wes Montgomery and Brothers. That's cool. I'm putting that one in a don't throw in the trash pile. Before we had email, this is what we had to do to talk to our friends. We had to write letters. Look how dreamy she is. Music to Write Letters by Volume 1, Arthur Fiedler. Look at that haircut. Now we're moving into the 60s. This is not the 50s. And here's some handsome gentleman that's going to receive a love letter by this dreamy gal. Look how dreamy she is. Love letters, dearly beloved. Theme from The Apartment, Arthur Fiedler. The shadow of your smile. These are the corniest cornball records, but it's history. It's whatever. I don't know what it is. Music with a heartbeat. Hey, maybe this should be my Valentine's Day video. Okay, I just realized this is a Valentine's Day video. Congratulations, Greg, for thinking of it. Music with a heartbeat. A musical love affair. Dartega. Who's Dartega? No idea. Design Records, a division of Pickwick. Pickwick is the cheapo drugstore. You know, cheapo records. Okay. This is looking good right here. Look at this cover. Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin. And look at this lady. Look at that telephone. Concerto in F. American in Paris. Columbia 600. So early Columbia. 6i, of course. Maybe the vinyl's fine on this. But wow, look at the cover. Andre Constellance. The great Andre Constellance. Look at this lady. What's she up to? Holiday for Strings with David Rose and his orchestra. That's not David Rose. Best-selling albums from RCA. Oh, I have this one, Lionel Hampton. I've shown you that one before. These records were bought just for the cover and then put in a box in the garage for 20 years. More Gershwin, 2 Gershwins in a row. Rhapsody in Blue. What are the odds of that? Rhapsody in Blue, Upside Down Lady on some sort of fainting couch. The International Philharmonic Orchestra. These are names of orchestras that were put together last minute by a producer for, you know, studio musicians. Oh, what do you want to call it? Let's call it the International Philharmonic. There's no names of musicians on almost any of these records, because these were created by producers to sell records. People bought them because the thrift stores are full of them. So there you go. What we need is to know the names of the models. The Eddie Dushin Story by Tyrone Powers. I guess that was a movie. Kim Novak. She's famous. Is that Kim Novak? I guess it is. That's Kim Novak. Famous sex appeal star of her day. Body and Soul, Brazil, Manhattan. This record has no vinyl inside it, and yet that does not detract from the value. Okay. This is one of the stupidest records of all time. Knockers Up by Rusty Warren. Is this comedy? I think this is, it's on Super Laphonic Hi-Fi. And she's sort of a bawdy comedian. That's what she looks like. But this is one of the most common thrift store records of all time. A martini and some Vibes mallets, and you are ready for an evening right there, folks. Not quite as handsome as these two. Arthur Murray taught me to dance in a hurry. Music for dancing. Arthur Murray studios are still in existence. You can still go. They got the steps, the foxtrot, the waltz, the mambo, the samba, the rumba, the tango, the mumbo, the jumbo. There you go. Okay, 101 strings. Look at her. Is this how your wife looks at you at night? You know how to get your wife to look at you like that? You know how to do it? Just do the dishes. Or take out the trash. A young man's fancy. What do you fancy, young man? Guess what I fancy? Look at her. She's looking at a dandelion thinking, do I want to go home with this guy? Or is he marriage material? I don't know. Frank Comstock, never heard of him. But I love it when I have the ads for record players that were hip at the time. We're almost done with this pile, guys. There's 2 or 3 more piles, which I may or may not do videos on, depending if you guys like this or not. Oh my God, look at this lady. This cover is amazing. Music to make you misty. Oh my God, look how misty she is.